Alright. Decided. Giving a hardcore LU run and go today. Because I've demoed some hardcore LU stuff recently. I've given a couple of attempts a go. Gonna see, the idea is I'm gonna see if I can get back to... let's just... Core Ninja 43. So, ideally, I'm going to... I think the aim of this run, I'm going to primarily aim for taking out a dragon. The real question is, do I go to Crux Prime first? Crux Prime, cycle through daily missions, and until I get... I think it's a snack pack. I think it's a snack pack you get the big one from. But I don't have to do that, actually. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to straight rush. Oh, I'm trying to remember how much HP the Ronin and the Dragon Fight have. Because if they have low enough HP, then I could just stock up on firecrackers. The only thing, honestly, fighting those kind of scares me. I feel I might be better off just not fighting them. That's what I did. I posted a recent video just to demo the run. Actually, and it's an 8-minute fight if you just completely ignore the Ronin. And all you really need for that fight is just to remember to have Notion Potions ready. I mean, it's not necessary, but if you don't have Notion Potions, it goes from an 8-minute fight to like a 16-minute fight, which really don't want, can possibly avoid it. Just keep going. I accidentally hit enter one time too many, but I'll live with that. And as always, it's the beginning of the game as quickly as I possibly can, because the thing is, for those who don't know, the way I play Hardcore LU is my aim is very much to get through the early game, get into a position where I feel safe. And the aim of the way I play this is always rush safety. Because there's no point doing a ton of achievements, doing a ton of missions and a ton of achievements if I'm just gonna die. Like, it's far better to, in my opinion at the very least, to spend the time grinding up, to spend the time getting more characters which fail getting to the harder parts, but once you've done the harder parts, you can just completely at your leisure go back through and complete the remainder of the missions. Like, that's my aim, really. Because, like, once I've got hardtack biscuits, barbecue chicken wings, tough buff sauce, the big one, that's kind of all I actually really needed in that list. Then going back and doing most of Aunt Garden's achievements pretty easy. Like, there's a lot of stuff which, once I'm geared up, I can just have a character and have that character be almost completely safe. I should not die in a... There is honestly no real reason I should die in Avant Gardens normally, but there's even less of a reason once I've geared up. And so the idea is, yeah, I basically just aim to get geared up as quickly as possible. And that's what we're going to be doing today. This will not be... Well, ideally this won't be a complete hardcore LU run. It might be. But, like, that's only if I lose. Ideally a hardcore LU run... Yeah. That would not be a good move. It's really stupid how close I came to dying there. I just didn't have very good timing on any of my attacks. No problem. Now let's just get to the Maelstrom Brick whilst we're here. And completely miss those. Doesn't matter, because I normally most of my Stromling smashes don't actually come from smashing Stromlings, they come from smashing mechs and rebuilding those. Wow. Really hit that rock badly, didn't I? Okay, that's confusing. Move, move, move. Well, okay, this is a pretty bad start to the run. But again, you can see, as long as I'm playing it carefully, even with some fairly big mistakes in areas like that, Avant Garden's still a cakewalk. Hello, Jaeger. Alright, and this. Go around. Ground pound these two. There we are. At this stage, I don't really need to do anything, but I might as well build this. Stun here, okay, and no Maelstrom Bricks, which is what I'm really here for. So yeah, for those who don't know, the first hold up in the game is getting Maelstrom Bricks. Everything else you can pretty much run through at full speed or like a known speed. Okay, like there are differences, like you can, depending on how you fight the Stromlings, does make a difference, but the first like annoying part of the run is always the Maelstrom Bricks. Now we'll see whether or not those get past. No, okay, things have gotten better. They used to just always get past the property guards. How am I doing today, Jaeger? I'm doing pretty well, thanks. How about you? I just assumed I was doing a mission, so just did the standard double hitting of enter. No, not. I need to save that Super Notion potion because that will come in handy later on. I'll get 20 healing kits. Hopefully I don't need to use any of them, but just in case, I might as well get them. And then Sentinel Shield. Could rush Quixicles, but not worth it. Yeah, New Year's Eve. It means, honestly what it means is that at various points throughout the day, I'm going to be sending messages to friends in the LU community from other countries on Discord saying, okay, or not other countries, other time zones. Let's be careful here. Don't like that. Other time zones. This is why I should have these in my hotbar. I don't know why I don't. Other time zones, just asking them to let me know whether or not 2022 is alright. Or whether or not I should just stay back in 2021. See if it gets any better. Honestly, I remember it must have been like, what, 2015 almost? Something like that? I remember, because this was before like I joined the LU community, like properly, but I remember it was the thing which led me to joining LU community, which was Lego Nexus Adventures, and I remember us all hanging out on one New Year's Eve, just in text chat back and forth, just basically just constantly memeing time zone differences, and asking our friends in Australia whether or not things got better, or whether or not it was worth moving over to the new update. By which I mean a new year. Okay, that was interesting. I did not get knocked out of that quick build. I should have done. Speaking of conflating things for new updates, I did have quite an enjoyable moment the other day when I hopped onto a Discord server of some of my friends from school, and I checked their messages. And I checked the announcements channel, and in the announcements channel, a alongside everything else, there's just a message discussing the fact that an update to the UK highway code just dropped, and them discussing how it will change the meta game. And that just made me incredibly happy that people were just like, yes, update to highway code is equivalent to new patch. How will this adjust the meta? In fact, as a cyclist, it improves the meta for me. Because the cycling metagame is now, according to parts of the UK okay, be careful. According to parts of the UK highway code, that I should just ride in the centre of the road, which is great for me, great for visibility. I'm not certain how cars are going to feel about that, given that they might want to overtake me because I'm fast. I'm not as fast as a car. But yeah, from my perspective, it's a great thing because not only does it give me more freedom on the road, it also says the visibility. But it's also kind of relatively interesting that cyclists have been included for the first time in the highway code. But yes, welcome to my New Year's Eve stream. This is Ninja talking about updates to the British highway code. Today we'll be going through the latest patch notes and discussing how we think gameplay is going to evolve. Ouch. Okay, no, run off. Let's get this heart for safety, then it'll be good. No, that could have gone quite badly wrong. I shouldn't have done that. For the moment, this is literally me just grandstanding and trying not to use Nexus Force healing kits, and that is going to get me killed. It's really stupid. Like, there's no point to me grandstanding and doing that, but I am anyway. Yeah. Oh, and there's another Maelstrom wreck over there. Of course there is. Okay, just gonna wait until the shield disappears. Oh no, it's this. I'm gonna wait until the shield disappears because just on principle I want that Maelstrom brick. I don't need it. I know, it's okay, it's not worth it. I really don't need it, but I kind of just by default want it. Don't let me die like this. Not like that. Not with a Stromling clipped through a wall. This is not how I want to go. Okay, so as always, I'm going to give this an attempt. Okay, what jumping do I have? I don't have any jumps. Okay, it's annoying. So the idea is to try and get pushed out of bounds by a Stromling mech. The issue is I need to bait the mech over here first. Because, yeah, for those of you who don't know, Stromling mechs have a melee attack. If they get close enough to you and are fighting you, they will kick you back. And ideally, I want to abuse this. Ooh, I'm amazed I'm as far forward as I am. Okay, go. Come on. I'm really interested in whether this is possible. No, okay. That was a great use of a healing kit, though. That's honestly closer than I expected to get. So I will take that. That's pretty cool. Honestly. Anyhow, if we're doing that a little more carefully, there's kind of there is kind of potential there. The issue is I don't know if I was running into something, but regardless, I don't need to get fully out of bounds. I would just need to get out of range of most stuff that attacks. Well, I guess that wasn't far enough to do that. But because the spiderling that spawns back there would have aggroed onto me. I always forget that for some reason that one mission, like, I can just accept right away without any delay. That's the Maelstrom Brick mission. Actually, it's not just that one mission. What am I talking about? Like, you can do that with any of them. Yeah. Yeah, because it should just be shift enter enter, shift enter enter. Which I never do. I always pause for a second because for whatever reason I'm waiting for something else to occur. I don't know what reason that is, but some such reason would appear to exist. Not making bad time through Vanguarders at the moment. As always, because I say this very regularly, this is not a speed run, but conversely, I've done this early game many, many, many times. As long as I'm not an idiot, I won't die here. So the only interesting part of the speed run, or the me, this is not a speed run, also me. The only interesting part of the speedrun. The only interesting part of the challenge comes later on. And so the only bit where I'm really going to be... Well, I'm really going to be excited / motivated. I didn't think that guy would keep chasing me that far. It's going to come later on in the run. And, well, that's just where all the difficulty lies as well. So it's worth going as fast as possible in the early game, because there's no real reason not to. Like, obviously, don't do any strategies. Okay, that's a lie. If you're in the Venture Explorer, maybe do a strategy which is a risk of death, but only if that saves you a lot of time. Currently, there are no strategies that would save you enough time in the Venture Explorer. Because you should only do, at any point in LU, you should, hardcore LU at any rate, you should only do a strategy which saves you as much time as you, or a strategy that might kill you. You should only do that strategy if it saves you as much time as you will lose on average by failing it. And I'm, what does it say? I'm 17 minutes into this at the moment, more or less, and there are no major things I could do to skip any of this. This is all required quest chain, so at this stage, really, if any skip comes with a risk of death, I shouldn't do it. This also includes being an idiot in Forbidden Valley and doing stupid things which cause me to fall off stuff. It also... I'm wondering, I could try and fight the Stromling Ape. I don't think I should, because I haven't prepped for a Stromling Ape fight. I haven't done one of those recently, so it's probably a bad idea. But I could actually attempt it. So normally there's a Stromling Ape in Gnarled Forest. Normally there are two options for getting around it. One of them is a skip using spring shoes. One of them isn't. I don't really have as much to say there as I thought I might. And I haven't thought carefully enough about how I'm going to do this. I need to run through the monument quickly. Run through the monument to get half legs. I don't need to, but it gives me a little bit of leeway when fighting these guys, and it is worth doing. I will want to get... that was a bad move. That was really bad. I'm lucky I only took one heart. I never normally slide off at that. I can't believe I missed that jump. Hey there. that was interesting. Yeah, so this is actually the opposite of doing something that's faster. Of doing something that's faster but brings with it a risk of death. This is doing something that is slower but will help me avoid deaths. And this is like the only speedrunning strat which I, aside from spring jumps, and the Forbidden Valley Gate skip. This is like the only point in this run, and I think pretty much the only point in general, I guess aside from just doing the monument, but the only point where you'll really see me using speedrunning strategies. I mean, like, technically every time I do the monument I am, but honestly, those are just like such small skips at this stage. I don't really think of them as such. It's just, a lot of it's just more efficient routing. I'm relatively proud of myself for saying routing rather than routing. I'm hoping maybe I can actually get my pronunciation back to consistently English at some point in my life. That's such a lie. This is literally never going to happen. I've never have been consistent. And one more to go. That was not the strat, but there we are anyway. Don't know why I went up all the way there. Yeah, that was. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. There we are. This is a bit better. And here we go. Could have skipped this bouncer. Should have skipped this bouncer, but doesn't hurt. Not a bad jump, but as always, that landing gets you slope speed in the wrong direction. I was hoping I could jump off the top of that. Those jumps are doable, but they're almost never worth it. I did at one point spend a little bit of time just getting a line up that lets you jump across that and get slope speed off of one of the pillars, but I like never use it. And I don't remember it anymore. So it was like, yeah, it's time well spent. Honestly, I don't even think that lineup's recorded on the OUSR Discord. Which is... actually makes it something of a rarity, because most of the research I do is recorded there somewhere. Okay, so now we've got this fight. Let's go. And note, I still only have 5 firecrackers. Which is definitely less than ideal. Okay, cool. Got the extra health point, and might as well fight the spiderling that's already aggroed on me. No, I shouldn't do that. The reason I shouldn't fight that spiderling is because of the area it's in, and the fact that the terrain is not horizontal there. And as a result of that, the spiderling will glitch about. In particular, it will be lifted up into the air by its AI at certain points, and it will become incredibly difficult for me to hit. I should have these in my hotbar. Ideally, I won't need them, but I should have them there anyway. That always makes me so stressed, seeing it charge up the web attack when I'm on 3 health. Because, yeah, for those who don't know, that can kill me. And that would kill me in a single hit, and there would be nothing I could do. I rely on my timings working out. Which they do, but it doesn't stop it being scary. Because whilst like this strategy I use for fighting works pretty consistently, so exactly the same thing will happen here. Yeah, so it's pretty consistent. I know logically I'm safe, but it doesn't make me feel any better when I can see something that will smash me if it hits being charged up. And here we are again. Out of 5. There is such a timing that you won't get hit by this leg attack, and you then complete the spiderling off easily. I get it by chance, semi-regularly. Have never actually worked out what the timing is. Technically don't really need that regen. If it comes down to needing that regen, I have issues. Anyway, like, oh, I'm dead anyway. I can't actually think of a scenario where I would need that, because even if I aggroed another Spiderling nearby, its first attack would be a single damage shot, and the hit which is likely to kill me will take me from 3 health down to 2. Oh, sorry, 3 health. 3 health down to none. Even if I were already 1 hit point down at that stage, that would be 2 health down to none. Wouldn't change anything. And I could take the shot from the Spiderling. That would notify me that there was another Spiderling nearby, and at that point I could hightail it out or use a healing kit. So, no real risk. Here you can see I got the strategy where basically if you just attack at the right point in time, you will get in the way of the lunge attack. You'll stun it as it tries to lunge at you. Yeah, I did here as well. So maybe it's actually, I normally try and get in faster. Maybe it's trying to get in a little bit more slowly. That cancels the lunge attack. Because if you're in the middle, yeah, okay. And that's then repeatable. Okay, cool. So that's how you do it. You just want to actually run up a little bit more slowly so that you're in the middle of a 3-attack combo at the point where it begins to try and lunge, so you can stun it right as it begins the lunge. And here is a point. I wish there were like a feature to pause the stream. Okay, and now my phone's just stopped going off. Oh, okay. No, it is not. Okay, I should go and see what this is. I guess I'm just going to pause it. Well, mute.